All right, everybody. Alex Lough here for LowKick MMA. Today I'm sitting down with Vanilla Gorilla himself, Jason Witt, coming off a huge win this past weekend, UFC Vegas 12. Jason, how's it going, my friend?
Oh, it's going great, man. Yourself?
Cannot complain. All right, so let's get right to it. You've been a pro since 2013, got over 20 fights under your belt, and now you can put that first UFC win in the book. You've had a couple days to kind of let it sink in. How's it feel, man?
Man, I came back to Kansas City today, and everybody at Glory congratulated me, and it's a pretty surreal feeling. I always imagined it would be like a really cool feeling, and it really definitely lived up to expectations.
That's awesome, man. The fight itself, just a dominant performance. I think I read the official stat. He landed one significant strike. Just talk us through the fight. I mean, I know you said going in that you just felt that your wrestling would be better than his. Was there anything that surprised you, or did it pretty much play out how you thought it would?
I think surprising, man. My honest opinion, not hating, but I thought it'd be better. I thought I'd have stronger hips. I really thought that takedown would be a little bit harder. I just really felt great, and shooting in on his hips, he didn't feel strong at all. So it was pretty cool feeling to kind of just the game plan worked out pretty well. You know, we know he missed weights. We know he was probably going to struggle a little bit with cardio. So that was the reason we kind of shot in right away. But yeah, once he got on his hips and just picked him up and carried him across the cage, it was I kind of knew it was game over at that point.
Cool. Yeah, that finish, the commentary team was kind of joking afterwards, saying, you can add something to your arsenal. All your submissions beforehand had come by rear naked choke. This one was an orange triangle. Is that something new you've been working on, or has that always been in your bag?
It's something that's always been in my bag. I like to play a top game. I like to play that three-force mount quite a bit, and I kind of played that a little bit in the fight. If you look at it in the second round, he really gave me the arm triangle the whole fight. There wasn't a lot of times that he kind of just defended it too much, and I saw the opportunity. I've been training jiu-jitsu for 12 years now. I'm a brown belt in jiu-jitsu under Jason Bircher, and so I knew the submission was there. And once I locked it in, I heard Krause and Trey, scream, "Hey, you got it! Hold on to it! Keep squeezing." Then I felt him tap, and it was game over.
Awesome. So not to bring it back up, but your UFC debut obviously didn't go as planned. You took that fight on less than 2 days' notice, and you didn't get the result you wanted. What did having a full camp mean for you this time out?
Having a full camp just meant better preparation, better ways to create a schedule that worked for me, that kind of helped my camp get more prepared. Definitely got a little more time to watch some video on the guy and talk to coaches about it, and kind of just formulate a better game plan and prepare myself the best I could. And obviously that a full camp showed in the fight.
Right. So you kind of mentioned earlier how you kind of pulled off the old Matt Hughes, where you picked him up, walked him across the cage, shot him in front of the corner. And then everyone watching kind of got to hear James Krause the whole time. What's it like working with James Krause, a guy who has so much experience both as a fighter and as a coach, and who's still actively competing?
Yeah, man. Working with James Krause, it's a blessing. It really is. The dude's definitely a student of the game. He's always learning. He's always evolving. And he's definitely he's a fantastic fighter. Don't get me wrong, but he's a better coach. And that's what that's not a lie. That's what he wants to be. He wants to be the best coach in the world. And if you want to know my opinion, I promise you, he is the best coach in the game right now. He definitely cares about his fighters. He sits down and he actually forms a game plan with each and every fighter. He'll push you every day, and you have to respect the guy because he's doing what he says he wants you to do. He's never going to do something that he wouldn't do and tell you to do it. That makes sense at all. There's something around there like that.
Yeah, I got you.
But you got to respect the guy. Like, he's like, hey, stay ready. People can take short notice fights. He takes 3 short notice fights. You know what I mean? So you have to respect what the guy's doing.
Right. So going into these camps, I mean, this is your second camp you've had during the whole COVID situation. How does everything look compared to how it would have, say, 8 months ago?
Much different, man. Like we're still in the gym. We're still grinding. We're still taking care of each other. We're still putting in work. And I think that's, I think the last couple of fights, excuse me, Krause taking a short notice fight, me taking short notice fights. Everybody like look at Glory. We're winning all these fights and we're getting better. And
Right.
people are wondering how we're doing it. It's not hard to figure out. We're just in the gym every day. We're consistently at the gym, working harder day in and day out. Krause calls it chop wood, carry water. It's not sexy. It's not fun, but it's just dirty grinding work.
Right. And I mean, I think an easy indication of how you've had a good camp is making weight. Obviously, Cole Williams did not make weight for this fight. He was almost 5 pounds overweight.
Yep.
You coming in your debut, which you took on 2 days' notice, you still managed to show up and make weight. And I think that earned a lot of people's respect. With him coming in and not making weight, even with a full training camp, are you someone where that kind of thing fires you up? Or do you put that emotion to the side and just kind of go about business as usual?
And it's something that really doesn't bother me at all. Like, I've said this a couple of times, like, I make weight and I make money. He misses weight and I make money. I'm about making money, so I ain't about free money. I'm not about free money. It doesn't matter to me. Obviously, it doesn't affect me any because, I picked him up and carried him across the cage. So if he thought he had an advantage or whatever it was, I know the guy missed weight at 9:30, so he had an hour and a half. So he quit. I posted on Instagram. It says he quit today, he'll quit tomorrow. And honestly, I think that's true. Like, I don't care if he misses weight, but that's on him. That's his worry about it. I should have prepared. I know I made weight, and all he did was give me free money and an ass whooping.
So, I mean, we've seen in times before when someone misses weight by that much, sometimes the camp has reached out in advance and kind of talked about a catchweight fight. Is that anything that happened here, or were you as surprised as everyone else?
We didn't get reached out at all. No, nobody called us and said, hey, we're missing weight. There was a couple of rumors that he didn't have a lot of water. I saw him on the scale and then he get back on. So like I knew something was up. And he missed weight. His first fight was a short notice fight, but like I just kind of had a feeling he wasn't going to make it. He was just I don't know if he was training or not. I didn't know what the thing was, but yeah, I didn't really care if we didn't get reached out at all. So I don't know.
Okay. And was there any fear that maybe the fight wouldn't happen? I mean, obviously, from hearing you talk, obviously on your fight, you were ready to go no matter what. But I mean, sometimes the commission will step in when they miss by that much. So
I don't think so. I didn't hear anything about it. I definitely was taking the fight regardless. He could have been 184, and I still would have been like, yeah, it's fine with me. I don't care. Like you're still getting either way. Yeah. So nobody's saying to me about it. So I'm not really sure. I don't think so.
And so what are your opinions on kind of the weight missing punishments? I mean, Israel Adesanya has come out and said, there should be a 90% fine. What do you kind of stand on that?
Somebody asked me that question in the post-fight interviews, and I said, I got 40% of his purse, which is fantastic, but I was kind of hoping it was the Israel 90%. Like, I'm not happy with 40%, but I'll take 90 any day of the week. Like, that's just easy money for me. You know what? At that point, when you weigh in at 9:30, knowing you have an hour and a half left, I think you should be punished more. Like you quit trying. Now you're cheating. Now like if you came in at 10:59 and said, "Man, I did everything I couldn't get it down." I understand that. Like that shit happens. If you came in at 9:30, smiling, confident, knowing that you're 5 pounds over. Like if you're 176.5 and you barely, you can't make it anymore, that's fine. But you're 5 pounds over, there should be a little more punishment because of that. That's a bullshit thing, and he knows.
So I mean, kind of, where do you want to go from this? What's next for Jason Witt? Do you want to fight again in 2020?
All the way up. Going all the way up. Yeah, I'd love to. I'm going on vacation this week. My wife and I and a couple friends plan a vacation to go to Florida. Cool. So I'll leave for that. But as soon as I get back, I'm going to be straight back into camp. Straight back to training. I'm always training, so I don't really quit. I'd like to fight into December, beginning of January, somewhere around there. Not super quick turnaround, but yeah, I think that'd be just enough time to have a good camp. Obviously, I do better with full camps than 48 hours notice.
Yeah, I think most people would. I mean, like I said off the top, your nickname is the Vanilla Gorilla, and you fit the bill. Would you ever take a fight at 185? Kind of the right opponent was brought up, or are you just focusing right on 170 for right now?
Yeah, there's talks to me going to 155. We've kind of talked about it. Yeah, I need to go to the. I'm not a big welterweight. I'm really not. Like, I'm not gonna get manhandled. Obviously, I'm throwing people around at 170 because They don't come in the vanilla gorilla for nothing. But I think I'm going to go to the Institute and get some tests run to see if I can make it to 55. If I can, that's probably where I'm end up going. I'm not a big welterweight. I'm not tall. You got guys who are, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", that are making 170. I'm 5'10". I'm not a big guy, but I think at 55, I think I could definitely make a name for myself and kind of throw some people around. I'm throwing welterweights around. You put me at 55, I'm gonna throw them around too.
Have you thought about, kind of what type of opponent you'd want next, or what level opponent? Is any name in particular you're looking at?
And I hate the fact that everybody's called out Mike Perry, because I'd love to fight Mike Perry, but I think that's everybody right now, so it's just kind of cliche, and I don't even want to call him out. I'll take anybody. I don't care. Just give me a little bit of notice, and I'm ready to go.
Cool. So 2020 is coming to an end. You got your first UFC win under the belt. What are you looking at for 2021 and beyond?
Haven't really thought about it. I got a 4-fight contract, and I'd like to fight out the last 2 fights. Hopefully December and March, and get those and renegotiate, and then just go from there. I'd like to get some wins, get my next win, and then move on from there. I'm taking it one step at a time.
So is it just getting wins right now, or how quickly do you want to kind of advance towards the rankings? Is that something you think about, or you just want to get fights and get wins?
Right now I'm just getting fights. I'm just getting fights, getting wins. And I think that's, the rankings will come. It doesn't if I lose fights, I don't get rankings anyway. So I just focus on the wins, focus on the step-by-step, and then if I get the wins, then rankings will come. Better opponents, bigger money, all the above.
All right. Well, sounds great. Thank you so much for sitting down with us. Best of luck going forward, and be safe and be well.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Take it easy.
Thank you. You too.